Mark, I'm sorry, but I can't marry you. In fact, I want to break up.
Wait, what? Esther, what do you mean? I got you pregnant. I thought that would make you happy.
But I'm going to marry someone much richer than you. I'm afraid there's just no way it can work between us at your income level.
Please, I don't understand. Where is this coming from all of a sudden? This isn't like you. It's spring and everything is full of life. Remember that you said that if we have a little girl, then we should call her Blossom.
I'm sorry, but this child will not be growing up poor. Do you understand me?
Look, I'll admit that I may not be super rich, but I think I make just about as much money as anyone else.
And that's the problem. I don't want to live like everybody else.
Esther, honestly, what has gotten into you? I don't understand why you're saying all of this. You always used to say that there was no point in wasting money during a date. You used to prefer to pack a couple of lunches and go to the park instead. You said that you wanted to grow your own vegetables and live off what you could produce. I never knew you to be someone obsessed with money or status. You were always too smart for that, and you never seemed discontented with our life.
That was just to make it easier to live with someone as poor as you. But the fact is that I really hated living like that.
Really? I had no idea.
I hate having no money. It's horrible, and I refuse to waste the rest of my life living like that.
Don't you think that you're still being a bit rash? Did something happen?
Nothing happened. I've just lost my patience with this, and I don't want to be poor anymore. I want a life full of money with lots of fancy things.
Well, what about our child?
What do you mean? There is no our child. It's another man's baby.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Oh, this can't be happening.
Except he told me that he wanted a son. So, when we found out it was a girl, I just got rid of it.
You did what? And this is how you decide to come forward and tell me that you've been having an affair?
Well, yes, basically.
But I trusted you. How could you do this?
I guess I'm just this kind of girl, you know? And you never noticed it until now. If I didn't tell you, you might never have noticed. That's why it's better if we break up.
So then, the person who I thought you were up until now has just been an act? And all the happy times that we've had together were all just lies?
That's right. None of it was real. Not even for one single second. I'm just that good of an actress.
I never thought that you could be capable of doing something like that. I still don't believe it.
Believe it or not, it doesn't really change the facts of the matter. Now, quit being a sniffling little baby and break up with me. I won't have a happy life if I have to spend it with you.
Okay, if that's what you want. And did you really mean that the kid wasn't even mine?
That's right. It was never yours to begin with.
Okay, well, I see. I was really serious about raising her with you. I dreamed about getting married and raising our family together. But I guess it was all just a dream that could never be.
That's right. You just saw what you wanted to see, but couldn't see the actual reality that lay before you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe this is what happened. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that something like this is happening. I don't know how I'll ever get over this.
Okay, you're dragging this out way too long. It's in your best interest to just forget about me and all of this.
Maybe you're right again. But just know that if you're ever in trouble, you can always reach out to me, okay? If I can't help, I at least promise to be there and listen to what you have to say.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to come to you with my problems.
Oh, right, of course. That was a silly thing to say. Sorry.
Now, goodbye forever.
I just broke up with the girl I'd been dating for 4 years. I always dreamed of saving up to start a family and buy a house with her. I was so happy when she got pregnant. I thought that I would finally be a dad. But it wasn't meant to be. My name is Mark, and I'm 39 years old. It's been 8 years since Esther and I broke up on that fateful day. It took some time, but I finally managed to get over her. Sometimes I still think about our daughter and what it would have been like if we had her, how our lives would have changed. Those are just daydreams about another life I was never able to have. I was raised by a single mother, and she passed away when I was in university. That is why it's always been my dream to start a family of my own. Maybe it's a bit simple, but it really is all I want in life. But maybe a family isn't in the cards for a guy like me who couldn't even hold on to Esther. That's why I've decided to try to be content with being single. I try to live every day to the fullest and have no regrets. But then, one day, I was delivered a shock that brought the past crashing back.
Daddy, Mommy isn't moving, and she's gotten so cold.
Sorry, who is this? How did you get my number?
It's Blossom, Daddy.
Wait, what? This is Esther's number. Is Esther your mommy?
Yeah, that's Mommy's name.
So then, you're Esther's daughter?
Yeah, that's me.
I don't believe this. So you mean she had another daughter and named her Blossom as well?
No, Daddy, it's me. I'm the only Blossom. Mom told me that I should reach out to you if anything ever happened to her.
Did something happen to your mom?
She stopped moving all of a sudden, and now she feels really cold. I tried shaking her, but she isn't waking up.
I don't believe this. Blossom, can you please tell me where you are right now?
We're at the hospital together. Since you're my dad, you have to come here and save Mom. She always said that you would come if we were in trouble.
She said that? That I would be the one to go and help her? What is going on here?
I don't know, but I'm scared. But she said that you're my real dad. That's what Mom told me. She said so herself.
Your mom told you that I'm your real dad? I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked.
Please hurry and get your daddy. I'm so scared.
Are there any doctors there? Have they seen your mom yet?
I don't know what's happening. Everyone is talking so quickly and using big words. I just know to talk to you because my mom said so. She told me that it was really, really important for me to talk to you. She told me that I needed to tell you and Grandma, but you have to come here.
She said all of that? Do you know what happened to your mom? Please tell me anything that you can.
Daddy, please, I'm really super scared right now. Why isn't Mommy waking up? Why won't she move? Who's gonna feed me if Mommy's in the hospital?
What do you mean?
I need you to come and help us, Daddy, please. We need you. Mommy and I got in the car and we're driving somewhere, but then I think that we got in an accident.
Well, what about you, Blossom? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Mommy protected me when the car smashed into ours.
Oh, well, that's a relief. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 8 years old. Please, Daddy, what is happening to Mommy? She feels so cold. Why won't she move?
Are there any other adults around or nearby where you are?
There was a nurse, but she isn't here anymore. I only have Mr. Bear here with me.
Mr. Bear? Who's that?
Mommy gave him to me. He comes with me wherever I go.
I understand. Then you and Mr. Bear watch over your mom until I get there, okay? I'm leaving for the hospital right now.
Thank you so much, Daddy. I'm so scared right now. Please hurry and come. I don't know what to do. I'm just a little girl. I'm so scared.
Everything is going to be okay. Just be a good girl and wait until I get there. And don't text anyone else, okay? Just wait until I arrive.
Okay, Daddy, I'll wait for you. I won't text anyone else.
Good girl. I'll be there soon, okay? Just hold tight and be brave for me. I won't be long. And just like that, my world was flipped on its head. I rushed to the hospital as fast as I could. Not only did I want to make sure that Esther was okay, but who was this Blossom girl? Could she really be? But first I had to try and figure out what was happening to my ex. Why couldn't she move and why was she getting so cold? And why was this Blossom girl texting me from her phone? Maybe this was just another one of Esther's tricks? Either way, it sounds like something happened to Esther and that she wanted me to be there for her. I just hoped that she remained stable until I arrived. And there she was, lying on the hospital bed, unmoving. Next to her stood a little girl, watching over her mom with a stuffed bear grasped tight in her little hand. She told me that she was 8, but she looked even smaller than that. Blossom's frame was frail, and it was clear just from looking at her that she wasn't getting enough to eat. Could this little girl really be my daughter? I didn't know what to believe at all anymore.
Bring back my daughter.
Sorry, who am I speaking to?
This is Chuck. I'm Blossom's father.
And how did you get my number?
I saw it on my wife's phone and decided that I would reach out to you myself.
Oh, I see. So you went through your wife's phone? I think Blossom told me about someone named Chuck.
I knew it. So you do have my daughter with you then. How dare you just kidnap someone else's child? I'm gonna call the cops on you.
I didn't kidnap anyone. Esther told me that she wanted me to take her away with me.
What are you talking about? Esther isn't even alive anymore.
I know, and I'm genuinely sorry for your loss, but even Blossom herself wanted to come with me.
But I'm her father. There's no way that Esther would prefer she was with you over me. If you were really her father, then where have you been all this time, huh? What have you even done for her? This girl is practically all skin and bones.
Well, according to Blossom, that is because she wasn't being fed regularly at your house.
So that little brat just couldn't keep her mouth shut, huh? Well, I didn't have anything to do with that. Esther was in charge of the kid, and sometimes she'd feed her, and sometimes not.
Well, the fact of the matter is that Blossom says that she wants to stay here with me. She says that she hates living with you, so I'll be taking care of her from now on.
No, you won't, you sneaky little child napper. Do you really think that you can just take her away from me? And what did you tell the cops to make them leave you alone?
The cops saw how Blossom talked about living with you and knew right away that something wasn't right at her old home. Honestly, this is why I want to avoid talking to you at all. But when the cops showed up at my house and started telling me that you had filed a report, I explained to them that I couldn't let Blossom go back to a situation like that. And they listened to me.
Well, that little brat should have called me first. Why did she go to you? What was she thinking? Why didn't she make sure to call her real dad first?
You may be her real dad on paper, unfortunately, but you aren't her real dad.
What are you talking about? You're one of Esther's ex-boyfriends, aren't you?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I've had a DNA test. I know she isn't my blood. But are you really trying to tell me that you're the actual father? You're one of the dirtbags that Esther cheated on me with?
No, you don't understand. She didn't cheat on you. We were actually engaged before she left me. To be with you, apparently.
Ah, so that's who you are. Well, she ultimately chose me over you. But since you got back together with her, it seems I'll be sure to make you pay for your cheating.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean? You were having an affair with my wife, so I'm gonna sue you. It's the best way to get back at the deceitful woman and her lies.
Hey, come on. We shouldn't be talking about the recently deceased this way.
Why not? It's the truth, isn't it? For 8 years, I've raised that little girl on my coin when you should have been paying child support the whole time. Well, it's time to pay the piper, bub.
You treated Esther more like a maid than a wife, and you didn't even feed Blossom enough food while you had her. How can you try and claim responsibility now?
Well, I want to be compensated for my years of keeping that brat alive on my dime. You ought to thank me.
Thank you? For what? If anything, I should be the one going to the cops and seeing that they punish you for the way that you've treated this poor child.
The cops aren't going to do anything to me. Don't be stupid. Besides, it was Esther who wasn't feeding Blossom, not me. I had nothing to do with any of that.
I can't believe that someone like you really exists.
Anyways, I just want you to give me my daughter back.
She isn't your daughter, and I refuse to hand her back to you.
How do you think she survived up until now? Wasn't I there for her? Didn't I pay for the food that she ate and the roof over her head?
I can appreciate that you've been there for all of Blossom's life, but Esther explained to me the truth of your situation.
That crazy old broad didn't know what she was talking about. But I'll tell you what, you can make this all go away if you just give me $30,000.
Wait, you want what now?
Unless you want to take this to the courts, I want $30,000.
You want me to pay you off for Blossom? Oh, you're a sick, sick man, you know that?
You think I'm asking a lot? I'm asking for a portion of what I've spent over the past 8 years on this girl. So, what do you say?
You're just a sick, sad, pathetic man is what I say. What I can't understand is how Esther chose to be with a man like you over me. It just doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna find out the truth.
Hey, what the heck is this letter that I got from your lawyer? What is this, some kind of pronouncement from the judge?
That's right. I'm gonna make sure that you no longer have any form of custody of Blossom. I will be her only legal guardian from now on.
What the heck? I told you that I would have given her to you for $30,000. You didn't have to go and get the law involved here.
I had no way of ever trusting that you would respect your end of the deal. Besides, the DNA test showing that I was her real father was really all I needed, although I do have plenty more evidence to help my case.
What are you talking about? What kind of evidence do you think you have? You've never even been to our house once.
Oh, don't you know? I found all the proof I needed right where I least expected to.
What kind of messed up riddle is this, huh? Just say what you want to say.
I took in Blossom with basically just the clothes she was wearing and what little money her mother had given her. I was almost ready to give up, until I noticed the most important thing she had.
Well, spit it out already. What did you find?
Inside of Blossom's precious Mr. Bear was a secret USB, and inside of that USB was all the proof that I needed.
You're joking. Oh, this can't be real.
That's right. It had all the little secrets that you would probably prefer stay that way. And when I did a little digging around the actual files, I found exactly what I was looking for.
I'm sure you just found a bunch of junk written by that disturbed woman. I'm a saint for taking care of her and her brat for as long as I did.
I found out all about why Esther didn't want to marry me. She was worried about the debt that her parents had and thought that if she got together with you, that she could use your wealth to help her folks out. And as soon as you saw that weakness, you sunk your claws into her. That's why Esther canceled our wedding so suddenly. I was shocked at the time. I really couldn't believe it at first. The poor girl.
Well, it's her parents' fault for taking out loans that they couldn't afford to pay back, and I can't help it if I happen to be loaded, but I gave her a good life.
I think that she tried to maintain the same outlook to convince herself that she made the right choice, but in the end, I'm sure that Esther hated living with you, and she hated how you punished her for giving birth to a girl.
Well, I need a boy to inherit the family name. What the heck am I supposed to do with some useless little girl? I wouldn't have cared whose kid it was as long as it was a boy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I have fertility trouble and that it's difficult for me to have children. That's why I never made a stink even though I always knew Blossom wasn't even my child to begin with. I was just happy to finally be getting an heir. Once I found out that it was a girl though, I asked her to deal with it for me.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Well, I still don't have an heir, a real proper male heir. But maybe now that you've taken the brat off of my hands and her mom is gone, this is the perfect chance to start over.
You are horrible. You're a terrible person. Esther kept a journal of all the horrible things you did to Blossom and even has recordings and videos of it on her USB. Everything I have on you is more than enough to see that I win in our trial. I will become her one and only father.
Oh, quit messing with me. Just pay me what I told you to, and this can all be over. I am not joking.
I also mentioned how you were trying to sell your daughter to the police too.
Wait, you told them that?
That's right. I'm not gonna pay. You are. You're gonna pay for all the misery that you caused for Aster and Blossom. I'll make you pay.
Okay, fine, whatever. Please, just no cops. I don't care if you don't pay. I'll even let you keep the kid. Just please, no cops.
Mark, I'm so sorry for the horrible way that I broke up with you. I hope that you find someone else soon with whom you can start your happy family. I wish that we could have made our own home together with Blossom. I've always loved you more than anything else in this world.
Aster wrote this in a letter saved on the USB inside Mr. Bear. Aster tried to make me hate her on purpose so that I could forget about her. That is why she even lied about getting rid of Blossom. But I knew that she was my daughter as soon as I saw her little face. This was later confirmed via DNA tests as well. Chuck was arrested and thrown into a jail cell for the things that he did. After that, Blossom became my legally recognized daughter, and I finally have the family that I always wanted. Becoming a dad all of a sudden comes with its fair share of problems, but it's completely worth it when I think about who I'm doing it for. Aster, I just want you to know that Blossom and I are happy. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.